Mr. Rohit Mangnani, sir. First of all, thank you so much, sir, for accommodating my all requests. I've shuffled your deliberation. So moving further, sir is currently director at Uniplatform Tech Private Limited, India. Previously, he has been vice president for e-commerce at Walmart, India. Sir has a rich experience of more than 22 years under various capacities with organizations like Walmart e-commerce, Yatra.com and Travelguru, Dabur India, KSA Technopack Advisors, Kurt Salmon Associates, Unilever, Hindustan Times, HT Media, Mint Division, Home Shop 18, Network 18, CNBC TV 18 Group, Info Edge India, Naukri.com, etc. Uh, Nothing much I can add to this, but still few things I have noted down. Sir, when Walmart e-commerce was launched, he scaled a B2B e-com initiative in India. The platform now accounts for 55% of the Walmart's India sales through the field team aided and unassisted modes. He previous stint was business head of hotels at Yatra.com. Prior to this, he was business head of Jeevan Sathi, which is a part of Naukri.com group. There, he most of the roles were profit and loss roles with large operation teams. As B2B grocery player, Walmart enabled small kirana shops under his leadership and small pure play online grocery portals to compete with like of modern retail, Spencer's, Big Bazaars, etc. And also online players like Big Basket. Currently, with his venture Uniplatform Tech Private Limited, he provides services to most of the real estate data switch implementation on SaaS platform, where buyer can begin search on any retail estate based on WhatsApp, Facebook, etc. For example, say Magic Brick or any other company. So sellers can list on any other classified sites, offline broker, WhatsApp, etc. To discuss more about his experience and his new venture, I would request Mr. Rohit Mang again apologize for the delay that I caused in your session.
Sure. Hi everyone. I have a lot of retail experience, but there's been a ton of retail which has been talked about what you should buy and how you can influence things that others can buy. I'm going to keep it extremely simple, couple of slides, but will be fun in terms of the examples I gave. So I'm not going to talk about the different mathematical tools. There are a ton of that which has got covered in the previous sessions. And like some of the participants have mentioned, you got to get comfortable with the tool, with a couple of tools, and then by and large, you can solve most problems using pretty much any of them, whether it's basic Python or more advanced tools. But at the core of it, you can solve. There's a lot of use of analytics for pricing, product choice, sales promotions. We've heard of those in what a lot of speakers have covered. Now, if I talk about what is really the most important purchase in your life. So if I ask the participants, what is the most important purchase in your life where you would think analytics would be of great help? Your single most important purchase in your life. So, anybody wants to comment on that? On the chats, you can comment. What's the most important purchase in your life? Somebody saying FMCG products, groceries. Buying soap is really the most important purchase for Alia Akram. Whether you buy Lux or Synthol. Neeral's also saying FMCG products. So, is buying Taj Mahal or Tata Tea more important? Ravigiri is saying education. Somebody saying food products. So analytics helps the retailer sell you something better, whether Tata Tea or Red Label Tea. Somebody's talking about a laptop, so you'll have analytics tell you whether to buy a Lenovo or a Acer, which costs 50,000 rupees, much more than the 20 rupees. So if you really think of it, none of this is really your most important purchase. Your most important purchase, and using the word in a crude sense, but you still do everything which is, yes, Nilesh, this is related to this session. It's completely analytics. The most important purchase where there's still product choice and people sell themselves a lot is finding your life partner. Right, so finding your life partner and analytics. Now, how is that related? We did have in the very first session, one of the professors mentioned, Dinesh, that dating services, somebody saying whether it's a purchase. Well, you're still choosing a product, you're dating a person, you're spending money on the date, and spending on the relationship. So purchase, I said, is maybe a crude thing. Now, coming to this particular aspect, where is analytics really playing in the whole piece? So analytics is playing in the whole piece because just the way all the analytics programs help a retailer sell you a better product, we were using pretty much the same things in Jeevan Sati to sell you or okay, to help you choose the right bride or the right groom. So everything that is there on product choice, right? So when you are choosing a laptop brand or a television, these are the things that you will consume about. These are the variables basis which different CRM programs, different analytics programs will throw up what is your preferred brand between the various models of a Samsung or a Sony or a LG. Now, when you are on a dating platform, you are selling yourself, and if you're a guy, then the girls are selling themselves also by putting their best attributes, their best images, and their best uh, aspects which you should consider. Now, where does analytics come into all of this? So this is an interesting example just to show how wide is the use of analytics. And it's not just about it's not just about somebody purchased X so they can purchase Y models, but how do you really use it in something as complex as matchmaking? So we broke down profiles which were there on a dating site, which is what I was running, into attributes. So height, weight, color, uh, uh, caste, religion, education, all of them became attributes. And we would assign weights to them in any statistical model and see what is it that user realizes in terms of those attributes, and therefore what is the perfect profile. Now the interesting part was not here. The interesting part was a lot of you are management students, and as management students, besides the hard analytics, you would have also read about in organization behavior something called the Johari window, which is about what you can see about others and what you can't see. Okay, now when I say that what you can see about others and what you can't see, there is this self about each of you, which is called the blind spot, which you are not aware of, which others can see. And there's the self about you, which is called the hidden spot. So there's stuff about you which you are aware of, but which you don't show others. Now, most of the platforms work on the intent, the stated intent. So when you go to Amazon and say, I want a Samsung phone, they'll show you Samsung phones. Very few platforms, and Facebook is prominent, will go to the subconscious. The subconscious is your hidden self. The subconscious is your blind spot, stuff that you don't see. So what we used to do in Jeevan Sati was that pretty much all these aspects which are being shown to you were uh, converted into attributes. And when I say attributes, each profile was broken into an attribute. So a guy's profile would get broken in with aspects like, is he wearing specs, not wearing specs? Just go to camera. Yeah, so is he wearing specs, not wearing specs? Does he have a mustache? Is his earlobe attached or it's detached? The size of the nose, are the eyebrows joint or not joint? Now, each of this was an attribute. Now, not many of you will consider those as attributes. Now, I'm wearing a shirt, or am I wearing a t-shirt? Do I have braces? Is the girl wearing a salwar kurta or a sari or a dress? How fair am I? So you take the midpoint and you do a fairness scale. My jawline. So each of this was an attribute. So how sharp is my jawline was an attribute basis which we would decide which girls would like me and which girls would not. And similarly, basis the photographs that I am reacting to, we would decide what is working, what is not working in terms of what is it that this guy really wants at a subconscious level. So this is really one example that I wanted to share in terms of how we used analytics at a level which is not intent, which is not stated intent, but the subconscious. So practically speaking, we had converted a very theoretical HR construct or OB construct called the Johari window into hardcore statistical models where we would predict what are the kind of profiles that the guy will like, even though he's saying that, I want a Banya girl who's 5'6" in height, but truly the guy may want a Punjabi girl who's 7 on a 10-point fairness scale and who's wears off-shoulder dresses. Now, none of this was stated, and all of this was unearthed through analytics, and the model would keep training itself. Now, the reason I gave this example is that you will hear of tons of examples on how product choice, product bundling can be made better. But this is really your most important decision. And we had actually translated this whole matchmaking process into sets of mathematical regression equations. So that to me, I mean, I've used analytics a lot in my other jobs in pricing hotels, in deciding which hotels to recommend to a person in B2B e-commerce at Walmart, where some examples have been covered by different people here. But the thought really was to tell you that the scope of analytics is really your imagination. How much can you imagine in terms of what are the areas where you can use it is what will throw up the hypothesis where you can then build then you can build various solutions using all the different statistical tools which are there. So I'll keep it to that because we've kind of had a massive overrun and open to questions.